going through right now. It makes you sick when a young player, skilled like that, gets hurt. So I need to send my thoughts and prayers to him first. And as for your question, whenever you can jump out to a lead with the defense, especially like we have, it just gives you a little bit of breathing room. We knew this is a really good defense that we were facing coming in. So when you can kind of get to that point and get a lead on them, that helps because they're a team that has played with the lead a lot this year.
Brooke Pryor.
Ben, to this point, you guys were 4-0, but your wins were coming against teams that did not have a winning record, beating a hot Browns team with the momentum they had coming in. What does that do for your team going forward, especially facing an undefeated Titans team next week?
Yeah, I mean, it's AFC North football. We throw records out the window anyway, so this is a good win for us.
Jerry Dulac.
It's in a row now. The offense has exploded for some points. You see the way the league's going. How important is it for you guys? How much confidence does it give you going forward?
Yeah, I mean, it was, Jerry, it was one of those weird feelings because it didn't feel like we were doing a lot on offense. I mean, yeah, we ended up scoring, I think, 31 points on offense. I know that the defense got a touchdown for us, but it just never really felt like we did much. But, that's what is special about this team and the offense. It's kind of everyone contributes, everyone makes plays. And, today James made a big play on the touchdown for us.
Jeff Hathorn.
And did it feel like in the second half you were playing downhill when you speak to the play of the O-line?
Yeah, I mean, that was the plan. In the second half, come out, with field position and really just start running the ball and pounding it and grinding and, kind of our 4-minute offense with, a lot of time left. But, we've really excelled in that area of football so far this year. And that really is the 5 guys up front. Throw JC in there, plus Hawk coming in as a big guy at tight end. So, we didn't have to throw many in the second half when you got a lead like that. It felt like old Bill Cowher offense.
Dejan Kovacevic.
Ben, do you feel like, especially early on with the way they seem to be putting extra attention on your slants, that you needed and did connect downfield and on sidelines and a lot of the stuff that you've been focused on lately?
Yeah, they made some good plays early on some RPOs, which is just quick, our quick passing game. And so they batted some down. They got in and jumped them. They were ready for it today. And so we decided to take some shots down the field. And, I know James had 2 big ones down the field. And so that was neat to see. It's neat to see guys making plays down the yard.
Didi Kinkabala.
And you've played with number 1 defenses before, and I know you've said that you do enjoy watching your defense. What is it about this group that makes you think back to those championship defenses, and what do you in particular like about this defense?
They're fun. They're special. They're obviously getting turnovers. They're scoring. And there were a handful of times, I don't know the stats, but there were a couple times a day that it was either 3rd and short or 4th and short, and you just felt like they were going to stop them. I mean, sometimes you're just like, okay, hope they get a stop here or whatever. You just felt it feels different sometimes with our defense because they're aggressive. They get after it. They made plays in the back end today, and I said after the game, I'm glad I don't have to play them on Sundays.
Mark Gaboli.
Hey Ben, I think you ran 5-7 plays, and all of a sudden you're up 10-0. Does that change how you move forward with some of your calls? Because you had such a big lead early?
Yeah, we definitely I felt like we did do that a little bit. But we switched gears a little bit there, went to a no-huddle, I think 2 straight series, and went down and scored. James caught the long one, which I got to give credit to Josh Dobbs on the sideline. We were talking about plays, and he had mentioned calling a play that we basically scored a touchdown on. So I got to give Dobbs credit for that, talking on the sideline. And we picked up the tempo, we changed it, we started throwing it a little bit, and then you get that lead like you talk about, and you can really back it down and just grind them.
Jenna Harner.
Ben, Coach Tomlin talked about how this was a varsity ball type game today. How complete of a game was this for you guys, and how much confidence does that give you, knowing that, you guys are kind of clicking on all cylinders in all phases of the game here?
Yeah, this is a good football team coming in here. And like I said, it was AFC North, our first AFC North game, so we wanted to, play good football. And so we wanted to do it in all phases, and I don't know the last time I came out of a game with 8 minutes to go, so that's a good feeling.
Jerry Dulac.
Hey, Ben, you mentioned it felt like Bill Cowher football. Which part of it? Throw early to run late or take the air out of the ball in the second half?
Yeah, it felt like turn around and had Jerome Bettis 20 times in the second half. But, hey, whatever you got to do to win a football game. I thought James ran the ball well in the second half. Benny Snell coming in there doing some things. And the line really created openings for him.
All right. Thanks, Ben.
Guys, part of being good in this league is identifying problems and eliminating them, hopefully before they happen. But once they happen, you got to eliminate them quickly. We acknowledge that third down was an issue for us last week defensively. I thought they answered that challenge well and emphatically today. It was necessary to slow down a dangerous Browns attack, one that had been ringing up a bunch of points per game. Just can't say enough about the efforts, though, all the way around in all three phases of the game. Appreciative, and now we transition our attention toward the battle that awaits us in Tennessee. Questions?
Mike Pursuta.
Mike, dramatic change in third down success at first blush. What caused that turnaround?
We had a better plan. It starts with us as coaches, and then the guys performed better, and they finished it off. But we both were JV last week, players and coaches, and we got better this week.
Jerry Dulac.
Mike, as you mentioned, it was kind of all three phases, not just third down, but you stopped them 3 times on fourth down. You slowed that top rushing attack and held them to 7. As complete a defensive performance as you've had?
We did what we needed to do today. I hadn't painted with a broad brush yet or compared it to other performances. This is a group that thrived on running the football, man, to the tune of 188 yards per game. We didn't wait till the end of the week to acknowledge that we couldn't allow that to happen. And so the day is really kind of born out of our commitment to minimizing that element of play, and it came together for us.
Joe Rudder.
Yeah, Mike, what does Minka's early interception return do for the team to get you the 10-point lead there?
I don't know what it does for us. I think it sent a message to them that, third down wasn't going to be easy sledding today. And we needed it, obviously. But Minka's an A player. He plays A. It was a significant play. He's capable of delivering those type of plays, and we'll just keep snapping the ball, and we'll keep watching him do it. That's the type of player that he is.
Mark Caboli.
Mike, that opening drive, you only had a field goal, but it seemed like you wanted to establish your physicality. Was that the case? And did you like what you see there?
We were just interested in moving it. We want to have balance. We want to run it. We want to throw it. Physicality is an element of play regardless of what we're doing, running or throwing. More than anything, we want to move the ball down the field and score.
Brooke Pryor.
Mike, you guys were 4-0 entering this game, but a win hadn't come against an opponent with a winning record. What kind of statement do you guys make today beating this Browns team?
We're not into statements. We'll let you guys make the statements. We're just going to line up and play against those that we're scheduled to play against, and they were next, and I'm glad we were able to get the job done. But, we got a significant challenge in the form of the Tennessee Titans coming up this week, and so that's life in this game, man. We're appreciative, and more importantly, we're really excited, man. You can't take anything for granted in this environment. We appreciate all the sacrifice that everybody's making in an effort to keep this ball rolling, man, and it just needs to continue.
Tejan Kovacevic.
Mike, what did you see of Robert Spillane in this game when he came in, what he was able to do, and what can you say between him and what you liked about Ulysses Gilbert in training camp that you might have if Devin's out for a while?
Spillane more than answered the bell, but we got a great deal of confidence in him. He's a capable guy. Guys that make plays in special teams, that's usually a precursor to them making plays on defense. And since we brought him up the middle of last year, he's been a consistent performer for us. So I don't think any of us are surprised with quality play from him. If Devin is down a while again, those will be called to step up. He'll be among them. Uli Gilbert will be among them. Marcus Allen will be among them. We'll put together a formula that will allow us to function in the interim. Believe it.
Jeff Hathorn.
Mike, what led to the improved run game today, and could you speak to the game from James Conner?
I don't know if it was improved. We've run it when we wanted to run it essentially all year. We desire to have balance, and that's how we get down.
Alan Saunders.
And Mike, what do you think went into your success in stopping the run, and how much was getting out to an early lead a big part of taking that away from them?
Our bigs. This game was going to be defined by the bigs. our bigs' ability to stop the run, our bigs' ability to protect Ben and win the line of scrimmage for us in the run game. And, we talked openly about it all week. A synopsis